In August 2011, Salford Online filmed a history piece looking at one of the most famous football matches in Salford's history. In May 1949, the final of the Lowther Shield between the Grove and Wellington pubs attracted a reported 20,000 fans. The story has grown over the years.
I'd like to talk about something slightly different that occurred at this ground in 1949. It's a story that's been puzzling me for many years. It's regarding a football match that was held between the Wellington pub on Cross Lane and the Grove on Ecclesdew Road, and they played here in May 1949, the final of the Lowther Shield. I was told that there was an incredible 23,000 people attended this match. I've got no definitive proof of this.
But this week, Salford Online were contacted by 98-year-old Charlie Oldham, who was actually there on the day, and in this exclusive interview, Charlie finally puts the record straight. Charlie, your role in the big match, the Grove and the Welly. Tell us your story.
Well, I'll tell you, what it was, the final was on, and we wanted to get somewhere to play the final. Now, the only people that we could play at an enclosed ground was the Maccabi, say the Jewish team that was in this league. Now, what happened was we couldn't play on a Sunday, see, in the Maccabi ground. So we had somewhere to go because the interest was that big. The match with the Wellington, the top first, the Grove was first and Wellington was second. And it was going to be the final match. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
Now what happened was, we got together, and I'm a life member at Salford Rugby League Club. And I knew the manager, I knew the chairman, Mr. Goldstraw, he was the chairman. But the manager was a fella called Jim Douglas. So I knew him. So we approached him, me and Joe Harris, who was the chairman, and another member called Dutton. Anyway, we approached them and we asked could we play the final. So consequently they agreed. And of course that's why we got played the final. Anyway, the Grove won 1-0.
Can you remember who scored?
Billy Hanlon scored. Billy Hanlon. Anyway, what happened was, it was a beautiful day. It was in May, it was lovely weather. Kick off 11 o'clock. I estimated there was about 16, at least there. At least 16,000. It was packed.
The mayor was there, the mayor of Salford. He come on the pitch.
No, the mayor never come on pitch.
No.
No.
I was told the mayor come on with the two pub landlords.
No, he didn't.
Was it a good game?
Oh, a great game. 1-0. I can picture it goal now. We had a fullback called Horton, right fullback. And they were, their winger, I think it was Dean, their winger. It's in there anyway, it was Dean. And Horton dispossessed him. And he booted the ball upfield, and the centre half of Wellington went for the ball. The centre half, his name Keane, forget his name, it's in there. Went up with Billy Hanlon, the centre forward, and Hanlon headed it over him, and the goalie come out and he went over the goalie in the West Cricket Ground end. That's where it was.
Right.
And that was it, and it was finished.
Is that right, Charlie, that the pub, the Grove, the players went back on an open bus?
No, that's where you're wrong.
No, you see, that's the story I was told.
No, you were wrong. No. We got a double-decker bus, and there was no open-decker bus, it was a double-decker.
Right.
And after the match, we all got together, and we went back to Grove. And that was the game.
Right. It was called the Lowther Shield, wasn't it?
The Lowther Shield, he was a bootmaker, George Lowther. And he set in Bridge Street, that's where he started. Anyway, what happened was, George Doer, who was a member of the committee, I said to him, I'm going to ask Lowther, will he buy a shield for the knockout? See? So George Lowther like, and I said, George, do you think you could get a shield? I said, we'll name it the George Lowther Shield for a knockout competition. So he said, aye, okay. He said, when do you want to go? So I said, well, I'll have a day off work on Monday and we'll go to town and we'll sort one out. So anyway, that we got it for 20 quid. And that's it. And that's how we got it. And it was known as the George Lowther Shield. Now, I heard that the shield had been in a fire.
Oh.
But I don't know, I never knew.
Because I know they still play for it now in the Blakely League.
Oh,
yeah.
The same shield.
It's got the Lowther Shield, yeah.
Ah.
I assume it's the same one.
Now
right.
I'll tell you about the cup.
Yeah.
Joe Harris, me and Trevor Dutton found out about a woman who had a cup to sell. She lived in Chalk Cumhardy. So we went, Trevor took us in car, we went to see her, made arrangements, went to see her. And what it was a bowling on the top. The top, you see where it has a footballer kicking the ball. Yeah. It was the figure on top was a bloke bowling.
Right.
You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
Now there's a firm called Spinks's on Trafford Road.
Yeah.
Where the church is on the opposite side,
yeah.
was called, and there were jewellers. So I took this lid, which had this figure on it, across the Spinks's, and I said, can you make that into a footballer? They altered it for 5 quid.
Right.
Now, prior to that, we went to see this lady. She was a pensioner. And her husband was in charge of a bowling club.
Right.
So consequently, she wanted to sell it.
Yeah.
So we offered her £100 for it. It's silver, that, you know, that cup.
Right.
We offered £100 for it. She says, right, I'll have it.
I'm not being rude. We're going to have to get back to Salford.
Now we'll get yourself off.